can. As I was doing this in the last video, the body died on the camera, and I was quite annoyed because I didn't realise. I should have, because the light flashes red off, on and off, on and off, on and off. When it's on, it's recording. But I was so engrossed in this, I didn't see it, so there was quite a bit that wasn't recorded. And it was so important as well. I thought, oh no, has that ever happened to you? Where your body's dying, you've continued on for ages and ages and ages, and all that was wasted. So I didn't get myself upset. I just thought, oh well, let's see what has been recorded, and what was recorded I'd put up. So if you're wondering why it wasn't finished off, that's the reason. Today, it's not as bad as it was yesterday. It was really cloudy and miserable. And I just wasn't in the right frame of mind to actually do it yesterday. Even though I wanted to in a way, but I just couldn't do it. So here I am today, and what I was up to was Revelation 9, wasn't it? Revelation 9. If you're interested, you may not be interested, but if you are, I'm going to read Revelation 9 and 10 as well, if I can get to it. There's so much in it. I could go through this once more, Revelation 9, and bring out a lot more points. And I said to my father, what should I do? Should I do that? And he said no. So, so I'll start off. I'll just remind you what it was about. It was the fifth trumpet. Down to the sixth trumpet. So I'm not even onto the seventh trumpet yet. So this is the sixth trumpet. And the seven angels, remember there were 7 angels, had 7 trumpets. 6 trumpets have been sounded. So what I'll do is I'll just go partly down and read, let's say from verse 17. Yeah. So are you with us? And I'm going to clarify some things. I'll get there. I'll get there. Hold on. Are you ready? It's heavy going this. I lost my father. Father, if there's anyone out there listening, let them hear what the Spirit says. Yeah? So are you ready? Here we go. Verse 17 of chapter 9. Now the horses and the riders in my vision looked like this. The riders had breastplates of, it was a colour. A fire, sapphire, sulphur. I did explain what that was. its fiery judgments. The heads of the horses were like the heads of lions. Horses run into battle. Locusts. There was many horses here. Horses represented battles. You don't go into the battle on a donkey. And yet, Yeshua rode in on a donkey, didn't he? Very humble. And it all represented something. The donkey, if you ever look on the back of a donkey, he's riding on the cross that has a cross on it. And every time someone rides a donkey, that's my father's reminder of when Yeshua rode in on a donkey, going to the cross. On the olive tree, the green olive tree, with a beam that made the cross, lifted the beam up, and that's what made the cross. The 22nd letter of the Hebrew alphabet. 22. A third of mankind was killed by there was three plagues. 3 plagues. You remember we've had plagues. The COVID-19. Was it manufactured? Was it deliberately created to lock down? I've covered that all now. There's 2 more. We're in it right now. We're in it right now, the plagues. The plagues can represent all the virus that's coming. The pigeon should come right to the window and said hello. It's true, it didn't say it, but it just came phew aside. So there's viruses, Trojan horses, that's going to come into the bank system. And the bank systems are going to get hit. It's a war that no one sees. And this plague is coming. A virus. Viruses upon viruses in the computer systems. This one's sending this virus, this one's sending a hit worldwide. And if you trust in the banking system, which is digits and ones, and you hold your wealth in that, that's a big risk you are taking. Those in the crypto world, you are about to be hit with viruses. It's in prophecy. I'm just revealing what my father's told me to reveal, to warn you. It's not just wars in Gaza or in the Ukraine. There's wars outside of that in the crypto world. 1. Get out. Get into the real. And what is the real? My father's just reminded me there. He said to them, when the tabernacle was being erected, the pillar supports, guess what was the foundation of the pillar supports? to hold the tabernacle up. Do you know what it was? It was a foundation of silver. Real silver. And my father says, this is mine. You can get some paper money. You can put it through the fire and it will burn up and become worthless. You put my wealth through the fire, whether it's gold or silver or any precious metal, it will not destroy it. It may even refine it. You put it through the heat. Yeah? So these plagues, 3 plagues, and 1/3 of mankind will be destroyed. 1/3 of mankind was killed by the plagues of the fire, the smoke, the sulphur that proceeded from their mouths. For the power of the horses was in their mouths, to do with whatever's in computer systems. It's like words that have an effect. And the power of the horses was in their mouths and in their tails. Indeed, their tails were like snakes. Snakes. Having heads with which to inflict harm. Let's say you had £1 million, $1 million in a bank, and a virus hits, and it just all disappears, or it all gets transferred somewhere else. And what are you left with? Nothing. These are plagues that are coming. Now the rest of mankind who were not killed by the plagues still did not repent of their works of their hands. The works of their hands. That is a subject in itself, and I'm not going to go into detail. Think it out what it may be. The works of their hands. They did not stop worshipping demons. Democratic instead of theocratic. They did not stop worshipping demons and idols of gold, putting people up as idols of gold. We will follow this person. We will follow that politician, that MP, putting them up as gold idols. Silver, bronze, stone and wood, which cannot see or hear or walk. Think of the illustration of the image that Daniel interpreted. This great big image started with the head of gold, representing the king of Babylon coming down to every power that would come through the centuries. Babylon, Medo-Persia, Greece, Rome and so on. You get what it's saying? These are the idols. Furthermore, they did not repent of their murders. That's a subject in itself, murdering. There are many kinds of murders that I could cover, so many. They did not repent of their murders, their sorcery, that's another subject in itself. Sexual immorality and theft. So we have 4 major sins that mankind will not repent of. Murder, sorcery, sexual immorality and theft. I could go on and on. Each one of those is a subject in itself. Sexual immorality, theft. I could mention all kinds of theft. I've been stolen so many times. They do not repent. Christopher Robson and his partner and those around him have stolen off me. They have not repented. Woe is you. It's coming. You think you get away with it, but you don't. Sexual immorality. Briefly, let me just say this. I've been married once, legally, by this, registered by this government, which I don't agree with now. I don't need to be married and to be registered by them, recorded by them. A marriage that I will be involved in the future will be a marriage that's made in heaven, approved by my Father, not legally in this system. I've been married once and I got divorced. Do you know why? It was religion. It was actually religion that interfered in my marriage. That's why I have no part in religion. I have nothing to do with religion. It causes so many problems. They took over my headship. And influenced my wife. They become their head. What were the vows? She went against the vows. I've been single for a long, long time. I don't sleep about. People get me all wrong. I may talk to someone and then they judge me. Oh, you're after this one and you're after that and you want to sleep with them. I am clean. I will not contaminate myself. Never contaminate myself. I have such a high moral standard. It's so high, I'm pushing people away because they can't meet my high standard. And that is the truth. I have pushed maybe very sincere individuals away. And why? Because they're not at my vibration, you could say. I have such high moral standards. I don't think I'll get anyone who's like me. I really don't. I look and I think, doesn't matter about looks or whatever. It can be the most beautiful woman in the world. If there's any of this here, sexual immorality, friends, I do not judge them, but I withdraw. It's just the way I am. And I will not change. I will not change from my high moral standards. No, I do not sleep around. If anyone says that I do, they are liars. I've been single for for a long, long time. Right, let's pass on to the next chapter, shall we? Chapter 10. Was that a bit hard for you? There's so much I could say about that, you know. Don't, okay. Just go on, let's go. Okay. So we're not up to the seventh trumpet yet. The seven angels. The seventh angel. Who is he? Verse 1. Let me help me eyes. You ready? Then I saw another mighty angel coming down from heaven. He's coming down from heaven. Comes to this earth. Wrapped in a cloud. He's wrapped in a cloud. What does Yeshua come with? He comes in the cloud of witnesses. A great cloud of witnesses. His brothers and sisters. The 144,000. If he's in the cloud, there's an airplane there. If the airplane goes into the cloud, it's passing by right now. It disappears. You can't see it because the cloud's there. He's wrapped in a cloud with a rainbow above his head. The rainbow warriors of light. He also is a rainbow warrior of light. Yeah, man. He's an angel. But who is he? Who is this seventh angel? His face was like the sun. Was like the sun. Wasn't the sun. The sun, without the sun, nothing would grow. The earth would die. It would just wither and die. It brings healing. It brings life. It brings life to the plants. So his face is like a healing. In his presence, there is healing from his face. Truly is. And his legs were like pillars of fire. Pillars of fire. What does that mean? He's been through the fire. He walks through the fiery judgments in the earth. His fiery pillars. I'll try and identify who this is in a minute. He held in his hand a small scroll. He's got this scroll. And this scroll, remember, I've already read. Somebody takes the scroll out of Father's hand, the Almighty Creator of every single thing, Yahweh. He takes the scroll, and he's got this little scroll, and he unravels it. It was the only one who dared take it out of his Father's hands. May I take this, Father? Yes, my Son. You are worthy. The Lamb. Which lay open. He placed his right foot on the sea and his left foot on the land. So he's coming down out of heaven, becoming real human once again. A real human, fully grounded in water and earth. Water and earth. Think about it. Think about the zodiac signs. Water and earth. Yeah? He has his foot in it. Then he cried out with a loud voice, like the roar of a lion. The Lion of the tribe of Judah. Who are we talking about now? The seventh angel. And when he cried out, the seven thunders sounded their voices. The seven thunders from the throne and the lightnings. Yeah, the thunders from the angels. The judgment messages coming in this earth from the throne. They are from heaven. The 144,000, the chosen ones, are the angels from above. Let me just try and identify something. Hold on. Turn to Revelation 1, verse 15. Well, let's read verse 14. The hair of his head was white like wool, representing the purity of his head. Yeah, as white as snow. And his eyes were like a blazing fire. Righteous anger to his Father, feeling, Father, how dare they disrespect you, the Almighty, pointing their finger at you, calling you wicked. His anger grows. His eyes get red with anger. His feet were like polished bronze, refined in the furnace. He walked this earth. He was refined, as it were, in the furnace. His legs weren't literally polished bronze, refined in the furnace. It represents the refining that Yeshua went through when he walked the earth. And as he walks the earth right now with the 144,000, his brothers and sisters, this is Yeshua himself, the Son of Man. And why do you call him the Son of Man? Surely he should be called the Son of Woman, Mary. No,